What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today's episode, we're going to be installing some wood millwork on some skylight openings. As you can see in the background, this is the finished product. Previously, there was just raw drywall. Did not look too appealing. So went ahead, took some millwork pieces and dressed it up. Looks a whole lot better. So let's go ahead, show you guys the process.
Alrighty guys, here is the skylight in my master bathroom that I'm undergoing renovations at the moment. As you can see, there's just regular drywall openings on these skylights. My intention is to line the inside of those openings with a thin wood veneer. Think about 1/8 of an inch or 3/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to line up the surround with a nice casing. So I think that will be a nice finishing touch on this master bathroom renovation. So let me go ahead and show you some of the drywall work that's going on inside these openings. I am no master drywall finisher by any means. I try my best with what I can work with, but there's a lot of areas here that need some help with drywall finishing. So as you can see, there's some areas that need to be addressed. Obviously, there's some stress cracking in the corners. Here's what's going on in this cavity. And obviously, you can see the outside casing's got some cracking as well. They had some curtains on here previously, as you can see with the holes. So I'm going to basically case this out on the outside so you're not going to be able to see this drywall mishaps of what's going on here. So this should turn out pretty good. Toughest part's going to be measuring the inside of these cavities, you know, to make sure everything is going to be square and have some nice joints. And obviously we'll caulk the joints after we're done, but we don't want to have major gaps from the start here. So we'll go ahead and start measuring and start cutting. All right guys, back from the lumberyard. Picked up 2 big pieces of window door casing. Figured that's gonna match best in the master bathroom on the ceiling, right next to the window. Let's go ahead and get things measured up, cut. Alrighty guys, this is my 3/16" thick wood panel board that we'll be using to outline the skylight opening. It's very lightweight, but it is big, 4x8. So I went ahead and took measurements on this edge. Our first cut's gonna be 12.5 inch deep. So I did a few reference points and just drew a straight line here. And that will be our first cut that we'll make. What I'll be using here is my circular saw. This is my DeWalt circular saw. This is my nicer saw that I have in my tool collection. I've got a more inexpensive saw, which is, I believe, a quarter cable, and it's got a special blade on there. That is for cement board only. When you cut cement board, it gets very dusty, so I have a more inexpensive saw allocated just for that purpose. So this is my nicer saw, and I use this strictly for wood cutting. So let's go ahead and make our first cut. Well guys, just when you think you're done with all your drywall, sanding, and painting, not so much. Fortunately, what happened is one of the trim nails did a U-turn once it hit the metal corner bead, and me trying to adjust this board a 1/16 of an inch with my OCD, the nail basically had a U-turn and locked into the drywall compound, and when I pulled it off, it just took a big chunk of drywall compound out of it. So as you can see, that's what's on the ground. And this is unfortunate. This can happen in construction renovation, just the unexpected. It is what it is. I was pretty upset when this happened, so I'm going to go ahead and patch this best I can, sand it, and touch it up with some sealing paint the best I can, and caulk all these nail holes and joints and corners, and then paint this thing gloss white, and hopefully all the trim work and painting work will be done by then. Then we can basically start on cabinets, shower pan. Those are the two major components right now. Anyhow, let's go ahead, get some mud in the pan and start spackling. Drywall compound's already starting to dry a little bit. Gonna wait at least till tomorrow before we sand the first coat and then apply the second coat. Drywall compound usually takes about 2 to 3 coats with sanding in between. I'm not an expert drywall finisher by any means, but I usually get away with 2 coats with sanding. Then I can paint using paint with primer. So this is the worst part of renovation work, in my opinion, is drywall finishing. I don't enjoy it. I like carpentry, millwork, tile work, things of that nature. So go ahead and wait till tomorrow and get this sanded in the second coat. Coat number 1 sanded. As you can see, the compound has shrunk a little bit and recessed into the cavity. So now it's ready for the second coat. Second coat is now applied. Let's wait for this to dry and we'll sand this and see how it looks. Skylights are now caulked and painted gloss white with Sherwin-Williams semi-gloss paint. I am now a big fan of Sherwin-Williams paint, using it twice now. Once for the walls of this bathroom, which is actually called sea salt. It was highly rated on the internet, gave it a try, and I am very impressed with how this color turned out. And using the semi-gloss paint on all the trim work, goes on smooth, provides a great shine, and it's very easy to work with. So if you're looking for some good paint, I highly recommend Sherwin-Williams. Anyhow, these skylights are now complete with the window casing on the frame openings and the wood veneer obviously on the side. It's been caulked and painted on the interior as well. Looks a lot better than the raw drywall that we had here originally. So I think this is gonna work out great for this bathroom renovation.
All right guys, this concludes the video of the Skylight wood trim, wood veneer, and semi-gloss paint project. I think this turned out pretty good. Adds a nice little accent to any space with a skylight that does not have an existing wood trim in place. Look forward to the next step on this master bathroom renovation. Hope you guys can follow along. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a great day.